Hello, how are you today? Do you want to dive into a book that might just surprise you? Whether it becomes your next favorite or one you might skip? Let's find out what readers are saying about it.
Kristin, who has 29 likes, says, "Wow, another beautiful cover released by another favorite author of mine. I cannot keep up. Gallery Books just released the cover and a description of this book. It does sound incredible. Colette was stealing during the French Resistance. But then her young sister and mother are arrested and killed. There was a bracelet in the hem of her little sister's dress and no one has ever found it. Now, so many years later, Colette realizes where it is. There is a whole story behind it and Colette's tragic history. I think this one sounds especially great and look forward to reading it." The publication date is June 17, 2025. Just finished. Captivating story. Loved reading the author's notes and processing how the message of the book reflected events happening in Kristin Harmel's life. A book about identity, how to survive horrible times and come out on the other side. The parts of ourselves we shut down to survive and the effect that can have. And ultimately if hope and love can prevail even late in life. Tammy, who has 11 likes, says, loved if you enjoy WWII historical fiction. Found family, strong female characters and an atmospheric story, then I have a remarkable summer read for you. It's a heartbreaking, tugs at your heartstrings tale set in alternating timelines of WWII in 2018 featuring our demure MC, Colette Marceau. She's a jewel thief who only steals from wealthy Nazis and Nazi collaborators, donating the proceeds to worthy charities through the years. A Robin Hood of sorts. Her fate always a stone's throw away. During the war her 4-year-old sister went missing, presumably murdered, and the torment she still feels at almost 90 years old has Colette seeking answers to what happened. Harmel's storytelling kept me on the edge of my seat, waiting in bated breath to learn the truth about Colette's little sister. If her mother's beloved jewels will turn up, will Colette get caught? So good. 5 stars. Pub 61,725. Karen Sandercock, who has 32 likes, says, Paris, 1942. Annabelle Martinet is a jewel thief. She been told she's a descendant of Robin Hood and she steals for the good. France is occupied by the Germans. It makes her blood boil to see their wives and mistresses and traitors and collaborators wearing expensive jewelry. She has no qualms about picking their pockets and funding the French Resistance. When she takes a pair of valuable and unique diamond bracelets that belong to a Jewish friend from a high-ranking Nazi officer, she puts her family in danger and it has devastating and long-lasting consequences. Boston, 2018. Colette Marceau is almost 90. She has lived with the trauma of when the Nazis arrested her mother and the loss of her little sister Liliane and her father's desertion for decades. Her mom taught her the tricks of her trade and has continued stealing and secretly uses the money to fund a range of charities and good causes. She has a remaining link to the past, one of the diamond bracelets, and it made in 1920s by master Jewish jeweler Max Bressner. Colette can't believe it when the second is included in an exhibit at the Boston Diamond Museum. She hopes she can finally find some answers and justice for what happened to her mother, Liliane, and the Rossmann family. I received a copy of All the Diamonds in Paris, or The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau from the publisher, and in exchange for an honest review. In her latest dual timeline blockbuster, Kristin Harmel looks at topics such as loss and grief, getting revenge and finding hope. Is stealing justified if it's for a good cause and to right a wrong, and how diamonds are the ultimate currency. Not just pretty and sparkly, and they can be dangerous as well. 5 stars from me. I really liked the characters in this book, especially Colette and her assistant Aviva. Marty and Lucas, and a must-read for lovers of well-written and historical fiction that will make you think outside of the box, and especially about theft and the Holocaust. Courtney Bookworm Vine, who has 9 likes, says, Kristin Harmel is one of the queens of historical fiction, and The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau just solidified that title. Told in dual timelines. The story of a real-life family of Robin Hoods stealing from the rich to help the poor. Great characters in a well-written story that made me angry, sad, happy, and hopeful throughout. Thanks to the publisher for an early copy. The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau hits shelves 617. Ashley Miller, who has 11 likes, says, The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau by Kristin Harmel, the easiest 5 stars from me. This was one of those books. The ones where you love every single page and know you'll remember it. I was hooked from the very beginning. I loved the story happening in both timelines. I loved the mystery. I loved the characters. I did predict part of the mystery towards the end, but it didn't make it any less enjoyable for me. If you love historical fiction with romance, mystery, and unique characters, then run to buy this as soon as it is released. Colette grew up in Nazi-occupied France during the 1940s and endured loss and heartbreak. She lost her mother, sister, and her father abandoned her. Now, a bracelet has resurfaced that was with her sister when she went missing decades before. And Colette is determined to find out what happened to her. Pub. Date June 17, 2025. Perfect if you like back and forth timeline. Family of jewel thieves, Nazi-occupied France. Strong FMC. Rating: Spice, no mood.